You're watching another Raw Instinct commentary.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Max here, or Raw Instinct, and welcome back to another awesome Modern Warfare 3 comparison video. And in this episode, we're going to be actually talking about some of the LMGs in Modern Warfare 3 because I've been getting a ton of requests in the comments section below, and I kind of noticed that I haven't touched up too much on the LMGs. I've only done 2 comparison videos for all the LMGs in the game, and one of them was kind of like a synopsis of all the LMGs. So in this episode, we're actually going to be talking about the M60 versus the MG36, and these two bad boys are the highest damage LMGs in the game, and they're absolutely badass. And I thought a lot of you guys would actually kind of find the use of the LMG throughout this video, because I did notice that a lot of people don't tend to use the LMGs, and if you are, thank you, because the LMGs are awesome in Modern Warfare 3 and they have a lot of cool things that I think a lot of you guys don't know about. So we are going to be covering all that stuff within this video. Now, if you guys do use LMGs, and if you do have a favorite LMG, I want you to leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite LMG to use in Modern Warfare 3 is. And if you don't use LMGs often, but you've picked one up in the past and you've really liked it, what is that LMG? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I'd be very interested to hear what you guys have to say. And at the end of this video, I'll be telling you guys what my favorite LMG is. So, with that being said, the first thing that we're going to be getting into are the stats of both the M60 and the MG36. Now, as a lot of you do know, the M60 has one of the highest damages in the game. It has a base damage of 50 from close range and 35 from long range. Now, the super cool thing about the MG36, what makes it one of my favorite weapons, is it has an absolute base damage of 40. So from close range, it has a 40 bullet damage, and from long range, it also has a 40 bullet damage, which means the bullet actually doesn't lose any damage from any distance, as you guys can see here. So it is pretty spectacular once again. Now, as far as the magazine size goes, all LMGs pretty much have the exact same magazine size at about 100 rounds. If you do decide to throw on extended mags, I think it throws it up there to about 150 rounds per magazine, which is absolutely crazy. Now, with that, you once again might want to throw on a scavenger because you do run out of ammo kind of pretty fast. And then moving right on into the reload times, the M60, this is where the M60 really just falls down here because that has a reload time of 9.3 seconds. So honestly, 100% of the time you have to use sleight of hand with the M60, or else you are just going to really have a hard time with the weapon. Now, looking at the reload time on the other hand with the MG36, that weapon in particular has a reload time of 3.7 seconds, which is spectacular. I mean, that is pretty much the exact same reload time as something like an SMG or an assault rifle, which is super awesome, and that makes it one of my favorite LMGs in the game. And then finally, taking a look at the rate of fires with both weapons, the M60 does kill slower than the MG36, because as many of you guys do know, as I mentioned before, if you pair up the rate of fire with the damage, it's going to kind of tell you how fast a weapon kills. And with the M60, the rate of fire is only 600 rounds per minute, which is really slow compared to the MG36, which has a rate of fire of 769 rounds per minute. So the MG36 actually kills faster than the M60, even though it does kind of have a significant lower damage from close range. So that is something pretty cool that I thought a lot of you guys would like to know about. Now, next up, taking a look at the overall accuracy with both the M60 and the MG36, what I actually decided to do here was do a few different tests. First off, what I tested was just the M60 and the MG36 side by side without any perks, without any attachments. And as you guys can see here, the M60 has a lot more recoil, and of course in tail, it's going to have a lot more bullet spread than the MG36. But on the other hand, the MG36 does have a horizontal recoil, which is kind of a little bit harder to control compared to a vertical recoil. But nonetheless, the MG36 definitely has a better overall bullet spread. Now, heading into something that a lot of people asked me was player positioning. I've mentioned this many times in the past with the sniper rifles in the game, and this actually affects the same thing with the LMG. So whether or not you stand, crouch, or prone, progressively you'll get less recoil, as you guys can see here. So first off with the M60, if you stand up compared to if you prone, you'll have a lot less recoil. Same thing happens with the MG36. If you decide to stand up, or if you prone once again, your recoil will reduce greatly. Now, the question that I do get all the time is, Max, what should I use? Kick, grip, or kick and grip? And right here we compare all three of them, and the conclusion was pretty much that grip is going to be the better out of the three. It's almost the same thing as using kick and grip, and honestly, if you can use a different weapon proficiency, I'd really recommend it. But once again, if you want to use a different attachment, you can use kick, and it will reduce a lot of the recoil, as we saw earlier, comparing it to the standard bullet spread without any attachment. So overall, use grip if you do decide to use a weapon proficiency, and you should do pretty well with each weapon. Now, a huge tip that I do want to give everyone is actually using the LMGs to take down enemy air support. Of course, for a lot of you guys out there, the LMGs might not be your cup of tea, but for me recently, I've been actually using the LMGs to take down enemy air support, as you guys can see here. Anything from the Pavlo, the AH-6 Overwatch, and the attack helicopter, you can take him down fairly easy. Now, of course, as you do know, I might actually break this down in the future, but all these different kill streaks have different health levels, and once again, I'll talk about that later on in a different video, but once again, you can take down pretty much all the enemy air support very fast, as you guys can see here, and it's really great to do that. But anyways, guys, I hope you really did enjoy the video. If you guys did, make sure to give it a like rating or a thumbs up rating down below. You guys have been absolutely amazing with all the ratings. As you do know, the ratings really do help out my channel. It helps out me grow, and of course, it only takes a second of your time. Also, if you haven't already done so, make sure to leave a comment down below, and please let me know what your favorite LMG to use in Modern Warfare 3 is. I'd be very interested to hear about that. And of course, guys, I do hope you have a great day. It is Max here, or Raw Instinct. I am signing out, and as always, guys, have a sexy day. Peace. So, if you missed any of my past two videos, now is the time to check them out. On the left-hand side, I talk about Black Ops 2 and some recent news regarding some unseen weapons, the COD perk program system, and a lot of other cool things. And on the right-hand side, I break down the handguns versus the machine pistols in Modern Warfare 3. Definitely worth checking out. Click either one on screen now, and have a nice day. Peace.